My dear friends, once again I welcome you to my video talk on Corona COVID. Hello, my dear friends. I once again welcome you to my video talk on Corona COVID. The today's theme that I am going to discuss with you is how to differentiate COVID, cold, flu, and allergy symptoms. The symptoms of these four will be almost similar. Similarly, I am going to discuss with you when does the patient need the hospitalization. Corona COVID, there is a difference. Corona is a virus. COVID is the disease caused by the corona. The COVID word stands for, it is shortened form of CO for corona, VI for virus, D for disease, 19 for 2019 because the first time it appeared in 2019. It is the international nomenclature. Corona COVID caused by corona is a pandemic. What is a pandemic? A pandemic is a disease that is prevalent in all the countries throughout the world, no exception. Majority of the countries, if affected by a particular disease, that will be called as pandemic. Another word is endemic. Endemic means if a disease is confined, restricted to a particular region, particular state, or a particular country, that will be called as endemic. Another similar term is epidemic. If the disease spreads very fast at high rate, individuals are affected at the faster rate. Within few weeks, few months, it spreads throughout the country, throughout the world. That will be called as epidemic. Now, the main symptoms of the COVID, the symptoms start appearing from 2 to 14 days of contact. If one contacts the disease from somewhere, the disease symptoms are likely to appear from 2 to 14 days. In between any one of these, the symptoms may come out. In rare cases, the symptoms may appear after 14 days also. Very rare cases, 16, 18, even 21 days. That is very rare. Then what are the main symptoms of the COVID? Fever, high temperature, coughing, shortness of the breath, slow breathing, trouble in breathing, fatigue, tiredness, chills sometimes with shaking, body aches, headache, sore throat, loss of smell or taste, nausea, a sensation of vomiting, then diarrhea, watery stools. These are the common symptoms. But we must keep in mind, in a single patient, all these symptoms are never expressed. Some patients may experience 1 or 2 or 1 or 3 of these symptoms. For example, let me tell our own example. Myself, my wife, my son, my daughter-in-law, got affected with the disease. Myself and my wife are diabetic. In my case, on first day I had a slight cough. I neglected it. But in the following day, heavy body ache, fever. Then after that, some loss of appetite. These were the symptoms only appeared in my case. In my wife's case, there were no symptoms. She did not suffer from cough, no fever, no fatigue, no tiredness, no muscle pains. But still we went to the diagnostic center. There I tested positive. She did not test positive. She was negative. Both in RT-PC and also chest scanning. But after a few days, she also proved positive by another test. In my son's case, he had fever, coughing, trouble breathing, fatigue, and also loss of smell and taste. So why I am telling, the symptoms vary from patient to patient. No common well-defined symptoms for every COVID patient. So here, some importance. In case of COVID patients, fever appears, they suffer from 99% of the COVID patients suffer from fever. Fatigue 70%, cough 59%, lack of appetite 40%, body aches 35%, shortness of breath 31%, mucus, very thick saliva or phlegm 27%. In COVID patients, this is the percentage. So we have to keep in mind all the patients do not show the same type of symptoms. The symptoms vary from patient to patient. The virus can lead to pneumonia, respiratory fatigue, septic shock, sudden fall in the blood pressure, and death. Many COVID-19 complications may be because of this condition known as cytokine release syndrome, or what we call cytokine storm. This I will explain in another lecture. What is cytokine storm? This is when an infection triggers your immune system to flood your bloodstream with inflammatory proteins called cytokines. They can kill tissue and damage your organs like kidney, liver, heart, even brain also. The global average of the fatality of COVID patients is 3.4%. In COVID patients infected by COVID, 3.4%, nearly 4% people died. Fatality rate is 4%. This is according to the Director, World Health Organization. Classification of COVID-19 patients. So, when we study the symptoms, severity of the disease, the severity can be classified or graded into 4 types. Asymptomatic, no symptoms, they get infected, but they don't show any type of symptoms. Asymptomatic, they don't show any type of symptoms, but from disease spread of point of view, they are very dangerous. They serve as carriers. They think that they are not infected. Even the people around him also, in the family members also don't think he is got infected. But he is the carrier. Mild symptoms, very mild. Just few symptoms for only 1 or 2 days. Acute upper respiratory tract infection, fever, fatigue, myalgia, cough, sore throat, running nose, sneezing, digestive symptoms like nausea, vomiting, this. Moderate pneumonia, lung infection by bacteria. Frequent fever, cough. When there is an infection, naturally fever, because the lungs are affected, respiratory organs, fever, cough, with no obvious hypoxia, means a deficiency of oxygen. They don't show the deficiency of oxygen. The oxygen level will be normal, 97, 98, 99, like that. Severe pneumonia with hypoxia, deficiency of oxygen. They don't get sufficient amount of oxygen because of pneumonia. How to say less oxygen? Then meters will be available. If the oxygen level is less than 92%, then we can say he is suffering with hypoxia. Hypoxia leads to shortness of breath, the trouble in breathing, because the body needs the oxygen. Critical acute respiratory distress syndrome, ARDS, acute respiratory disease syndrome, may have shock, encephalopathy, myocardial injury, then heart failure, coagulation, dysfunction, and acute. So this is very critical, needs hospitalization, intensive, even in the hospitalization, intensive care. These are the grades of symptoms, grades of disease intensity, severity. Asymptomatic, mild, moderate, severe, critical. Then let us see the symptoms, differentiate the symptoms between cold, flu, allergies, COVID-19, because some of the symptoms will be very common for these. Disease, but diseases are different. Infection agent is different. Here it is a virus, a rhinovirus. Flu is caused by influenza virus, just like swine flu, bird flu, influenza. Allergies because of dust, because of house dust, or because of road dust, because of the fog, smoke, or because of the pollen grains. There are several agents that cause the respiratory allergies. Respiratory allergies. COVID, we are discussing, it is caused by coronavirus. Now let us compare. Fever, in case of cold, rare. In case of flu, there will be fever 100 to 100 degree Fahrenheit. It persists for 3 to 4 days. Allergies, they never suffer with fever. Though they have the cough, they have the sneezing, though they have the running nose, they don't suffer with fever. But it is common. As we have seen, 99% of the COVID patients suffer from the fever. Headache, rare. Intense in the case of flu, uncommon, and it is common in case of cold. So this is another unique character of the headache, is unique character of the COVID. And in this case, these two are similar. Here it is intense, here it is general X pain, body pains, slight, usual, often severe, never, body pains never, can be present. Then fatigue or weakness, mild, intense, sometimes can be present. Fatigue, weakness common to these. Extreme exhaustion, tiredness, never usual, never can be present. Then sneezing, in case of common, it is very common, usual, sometimes, very sometimes, sneezing. Here usual, generally allergic patients, they sneeze, they cough. Here has been reported. Sore throat, common, here less common sometimes, but here has been reported. It is one of the symptoms in case of COVID. Cough, mild to moderate, common can become severe sometimes, and here it is common. Shortness of breath, rare, even if the influenza is a respiratory disease, other symptoms are similar to COVID, but here the shortness of breath is rare. Then rare except for those with allergic asthma, here in more serious infections. Loss of smell and taste, sometimes because of the throat infection, sometimes never has been reported. Diarrhea, never, common. In case of cold, sometimes children in influenza, never, and has been reported. So, if you compare these four, allergy can be very easily differentiated. But the common symptoms are there for cold, flu, influenza, and COVID. Now, let us see. Then how to differentiate these? The more typical symptoms of COVID-19 include cough, shortness of breath, difficulty in breathing. So they take the trouble in breathing because no sufficient amount of oxygen is available to the lungs, to the body. Or combination of at least of these symptoms: fever, chills, repeated shaking, muscle pain, headache, sore throat, loss of taste and smell. Loss of taste and smell is too cold, but very rare cases. But here it is very common case, as I gave my own example. If you experience any of the following symptoms, you should seek emergency. So don't bother about fever, don't bother about sneezing, don't bother about cough. But if you experience difficulty in breathing, then you have to take sufficient care, you have to consult the doctor, or if required, hospitalization. A persistent pain, pressure in chest, because you try to take more respiration, inhalation, exhalation. So therefore, persistent pain, because there will be a lot of pressure on the diaphragm. Bluish lips, face, this is another. Lips and face turn bluish color. New confusion, inability to arouse. All COVID patients need not get admitted to hospital. So if you experience cough, fever, body pain, some preliminary symptoms, you need not go to the hospital. My own example, all of the four we did not go to hospital. We have home quarantine, home isolation. With home isolation, taking sufficient preliminary type of drugs, we got cured of the COVID. So therefore, don't be afraid. Following that means the home quarantining. For home quarantine also, there are certain rules, regulations, what to do, what not to do, so that our family members are not affected. It is two things are important: to protect ourselves, to protect our family members, to protect our neighbors, to protect the people around us. Then COVID patient condition can get severe. Sometimes in rare cases, in particular cases with the chronic diseases like high pressure, high BP, diabetic or kidney problems, liver problems or some other asthma problems, suddenly they become serious. 1 or 2 days they will be normal, but after that they become very serious and immediately they need to be rushed to the hospital. Will require instant professional assistance. When if your oxygen saturation dips below 90%, generally in healthy persons it will be 96 to 98, 99. Then persistent fever for 5 to 7 days, even if you are taking, for example, Dolo 650. So immediately after taking the tablet 1 or 2 hours, the fever decreases. But again it comes. So if it continues for 5 to 7 days, then you have to think for doctor consultation and hospital. Similarly, severe vomiting, diarrhea, difficulty in speaking. This is a severe symptom and needs immediate assistance. Confusion, sudden change in mental status, thinking differently. Then extreme sleepiness, inability to wake. This is another symptom. But sometimes the drugs which we take for this also may cause the sleepiness. Remember, the symptoms of SARS-CoV-2 can quickly progress from mild to worse and require it. One thing we must remember, the first week after the appearance of the symptoms is very crucial. Suppose everything goes normal, taking the drugs, the cough, sneezing, body pains and fever, they subsided. So you are out of danger. You can be very safe. But if it persists even after 1 week, means it is a case of serious. Even low-grade cases, patients need constantly monitoring and look out for symptoms to determine whether a case has become the hospitalization is needed. Particularly with the chronic problems, obesity, as I told you, hypertension, uncontrolled diabetes, or kidney problems, or asthma, or some other problem. Here are some that need. So these are the symptoms. So therefore here there is a very common notion that even in our house also, if somebody sneezes, coughs, if he develops the fever, the people suspect, even the same person will get panic. So there is no need of panic. It may be cold, or it may be a simple flu, or even if it is COVID, with home isolation, we can get rid of, we can protect ourselves and our family members. But if it becomes serious, you have to take care, you have to consult the doctor, and the patient needs the hospitalization. Therefore, here, as I told you, World Health Organization gave the percentage of fatality is only 3.4 global average. So therefore, no need to become the panic for this. Thank you very much.